All right. So, I'm just in the middle of finishing up this model sheet. All right. We are, and I'm going to do something. I just want to get so today I'm going to finish copying this side. Well, nah, I shouldn't rush it. I'm going to just keep going on the process like I've been going on. Drawing these extra guides so that I know where the break in the armor is going to occur. And that makes it easier instead of guesstimating on your way down. The guides help you place your strokes. Just fill in that area right there. You probably want to extend that out to the actual thing there. And then we have a interesting detail here. It kind of just helps frame everything. And then we can erase our guide. There we go. And I've also made a little bit of a tweak to this design where he's actually wearing a leather I don't know what you would really call this, but it's like a cover for the vambrace, because I would imagine having a bunch of straps attached to your leg would be extremely uncomfortable. So you'd probably put the leather part on first, and then put and I bet you that leather part will probably have the the rest of the armor already on it, is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hypothesizing. That's what I'm theorizing. Good morning. How are you from India? It's evening over here, but good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine, buddy. Rise and shine. Taste the wine. Maybe not no literal wine, but you get me. There we go. Got all these belts and stuff. Got all that down. Loops. Gotta make the loops proper. Okay, I keep doing that. I keep getting into the little details, and I don't mean to. That is my fault, though. I need to be more attentive, because I could get more done faster if I focused. Okay, so we got that there, and then we'll do another situation where there's probably some sort of leather cover right here for this particular piece of armor. And so we're going to map it down this way. Rotate this, map it down, and then bring it out, bring it up, over, down, out, up. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing. 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to make our secondary guides to tell us where the breaks in the armor are going to occur. So right about there is where we want that to happen. Boom. There we go. Blam. And then we got this right here. Drag this down. Boom. That's where we want that. Drag that over. Boom. Start this one. Drag it over. Boom. Start this one. Grab this one. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much. Just chilling. Trying to get this model sheet done. I need to work on this more during the week, but I'll be lazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I reserve this for the weekends. Because I'm keeping my sanity throughout the week. There we go. We get rid of these guidelines. And there we go. Whoop. There we go. Yeah. And then we can add that right there. Need to add that. Straps going along this. I want one side to be different from the other, but I also don't want it to be so different that it doesn't make sense. If he has big calves over there, he doesn't have armor on, but he still has big calves, so we need to make sure that that is represented. And we already did our armor pieces, so all we had to do is extend the outer part, and our detail is still there for the most part. For the most part. Right, so it's the pants. Yeah, that's probably how that would go right there. That's probably how that would go. We got one wrinkle here and then another one here for that. Yeah. That's how I see that happening. So we got one leg fully armored, one leg partially armored. And then this arm has layers of armor on it. So we got one layer here, another layer here, and then another layer here. Probably add that little slice there. Probably add that little slice there. There we go. And then he's strapped up. There we go. Add these van braces. So we got one. It's over here. And let's drag that up. We got another one. Got another one. And there's three, so we're good. We're just going to also assume that there's some sort of elbow armor here as well. And it'll peek through back here. We're going to put these like we did on the other arm. We're going to put these on a leather, I guess, cover. It's not a cover. I don't know what this part is. I honestly have no idea what to actually call this part. But it's the part that goes. Oh, okay. So here's something that'll here's something that's going to help make your details look more consistent. So check this out. First, we need to make sure that this cylindrical shape continues to rotate down this way, right? Okay. Next, what you can do is you can add some lines that'll help guide you. And then take those lines that we made and use them as the guides for our armor. So now we know where everything is supposed to be. So now I can go in and there's three armor segments like over there. So we have one, we have two, let's bring that out. And then we have three. And we can still bring it out like that. And that's what we're gonna do. Blam. Still gonna bring it out, but this curve is still important because it helps with the overarching shape, the overarching form. You want that. Then you want to harmonize. That's the next step, is harmonizing. Drag that there. And we're going to drag this here. Okay. And so you see that looks a lot more consistent with what we had previously. And so now we can just go in here and add the straps that'll be going around this piece of equipment. This piece of equipment. There we go. There we go. Right there. And there we go. Then we can put that there for that. Put that there. That's that armor piece. That's this arm right here. We don't necessarily need it to be that stuck. There we go. And over here, we need to make this make a bit more sense. There we go. And right, it looks like it comes out of there, which it does. It does look like it comes out. There we go. Keep that there. That looks fine. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm really not looking forward to drawing the crossbow again. But I will, because it's part of the character, and I need to draw it. I need to create it. So let me just erase this whole side here. There we go, and then we can just focus on the crossbow. The tiny mounted crossbow. So I'm imagining the angle going out this way. Yeah, that looks right. That looks about right. That feels right to me. I don't know how it feels to you, but you know what it feels like to me? It feels right to me. Personally. You want to try to keep this line consistent so that it looks good throughout the picture. There we go. Can add this little detail here. Then we can't really see the other side, or at least not too much of it, but we'll add it over there just a little bit. Can see probably just a little bit of that detail. Okay, we're good. Now we can just draw the arrows attached to this segment of the armor. Just draw a few of these arrows here. And then we'll draw a couple more down here, down this way. Just like so. Just like so. There we go. Probably add one more. Why not? Okay. There we go. And this is like the seam for the leather armor he has. And There's some stitching for it. It goes down like this. Faux shizzle. Faux shizzle, faux shizzle. Just about done here. At least with laying everything out. I'm not gonna ink this right now. I might take this in and put it on the side in Blender and just get started. Put this detail here real quick. And we'll put the similar detail over here. Probably want to. There we go. Why? How dare you interrupt me? Okay. So I'm actually going to go over finishing the model sheet later. I'm going to export this. Fuck, okay, I'll just save it as something else. Alright. Gonna be opening Blender now. And we're gonna get started making them. Go. Just my computer monitor. Sorry if that was a bit loud. Change this view to the image editor. Gonna open the model sheet, and this is the view we're primarily going to be using, so I'm not done with this yet. And from the looks of it, he's a bit too top heavy, so when I'm done with all the detail, I'm going to reproportion this down now that I'm looking at him. So I like these proportions a bit better. He looks real top heavy over here. He doesn't look nearly as top heavy over here. So, all right, Shift A, add a no, Add a circle. We're going to give it 20 and tab into edit mode. We're going to bring this up, scale it down, extrude on the Z axis, scale on the Y. Scale it on the X. Neck region. Alright, next time I'm going to turn on X-axis mirror. Just going to and then you just start shaping it to the shape of the body that you want. Make those faces. Grab these, bring them down. And then can grab these here. Bring these down, rotate them up. And then we can extrude the leg from here. Scale this up, move it over. In this area, think of this region. Think of this as the hips. And you know, it might be easier for us. But we'll worry about that later. We just need to make the body right now. So you definitely want to try to have that S curve going down your body, your character's body. Helps with the proportions and everything. There we go. There we go. I have Mesh Machine, so it's real easy for me to make changes with the symmetry. Actually, I'm gonna just bring the leg all the way down like this. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sweet. And then move this back a little bit. Extrude this out like this. Start rotating it up. Move these over. All right. Okay, here we go. So now we can take this, bridge it, take this, bridge it, and then boom, make faces. Just gonna add 4 loops there, and I'm using this to basically make the shape of the foot. And this will help us make a overall better foot shape. Alright. Alright, we got that looking nice. We will come in there. Let's just bring all this up close here. I definitely like that more. In a conundrum like this, something has to give. We either need another face, which I think is the best way to do it. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Everything fits perfectly. All right. So he looks very disproportional right now. Let's fix that. That did a lot right there in and of itself. We need to potentially make these legs a little longer though. There we go. And there, a couple here, a few here. Mirror that, and now let's see what we're working with here. Okay. Probably go down and add one more. Okay. So we're just going to take these. Back of the legs looking nice. And you want to do this from the back view because it'll help in the shape of things later. Because that shape bulges from the back more than it does the front. And you want to bring this out like so. And now we're going to start getting some proportional things about the leg in here, more specific things. Like this here. this area is known as the knee. There we go. Just moving the points around until we get the shape that we're looking for. And so I know in some of my other streams I've started off sculpting, but in all actuality I'm way more comfortable getting started with the character through modeling first. It just helps me conceptualize and think about things a lot easier. I don't know. It's just how my brain works. I can a lot more easily come in here and make any proportion changes I need, make any adjustments that need to be made. But it's just real simple geometry. Now granted, you can do the same thing with sculpting. That is true. You can. I'm just not that good at it. And honestly, I have a method that works for me. So I figure, why reinvent the wheel when I already know how to make stuff roll? So that's the one thing you need to make sure you don't fall in the trap of is, one, trying to get caught up with more detail than is necessary at this stage, because again, you're really just trying to get the overall shape, overarching shape of things, not too concerned with exactly how it looks aesthetically right now. Okay, come in here. Oh, there we go. Come in here, and then we're gonna do the same thing we did for the legs. Just gonna bring these out to about here. I think that's good. Bring that there, rotate it. And we want to circle this. So we have a perfect circle. Working right? Okay. Okay. These arms, no, they'll probably be fine, especially when we make the hand. And so, actually, we're going to rotate this way. Then we're going to make a bunch of loops, 3 of them to be exact. And we're just going to reshape these back into the form of the arm. There we go. There we go. And then we got to take care of it from this view as well. That's one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're doing this work, is making sure that you are taking into account all of the different angles that you have. Try not to look at things from one point of view for too long. Otherwise, you can get stuck, and you can make too many changes in one view and not enough changes in another, and now your whole thing is looking a little wonky. There we go. Just get that down. Just bring that down all the way. Make sure you travel all the way around the model while you're examining it. And making these changes. Just keep working, really. You know, it's not done till it's done. At least this particular stage, you know. And then we can start filling in this area. There we go. Now, let's go in and we are going to sculpt this, just not right now. So we'll add a more obvious elbow when we get started in the sculpt mode. The lack of cheeks is bothering me. He needs a bum. even if it's just a rudimentary one. He needs a bum. Needs a buttocks. You need a booty. And we'll grab these right here. Scale those out a wee bit. There we go. That's satisfactory. Satisfactory for me. There we go. Oh, we got some more people in the chat. What's good, Earthpool? Ain't nobody here but me and you, bruh. Ain't nobody here but me, you, and the ambiance. I think there's a brother from India here, though, too, now that I think about it. Yeah, we are just chilling. Well, the audience is, you know, it's Sunday. Sunday is actually based off of YouTube's metrics, the weekend is actually like the worst possible time to stream, because everyone is usually watching streams during the week to, like, you know, listen to stuff during the background while they're working. And it would be ideal if I could stream during the week. That would be ideal, but I'm not doing that anymore. It's a bit too much. Until I have time to actually dedicate to, like, if I could somehow turn this into a, well, sure, don't go ahead, bro. As soon as I can turn this into an actual job, then I can stream during the week. But until then, I am stuck as a weekend streamer. Okay, these are some decent proportions. We need to bend the arm, though. And let me bend this part back a little bit this way. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the community. The community of fellow magi. Hell yeah. For sure, man, for sure. Faux shiggity. Yeah, today we're just doing a couple hours of modeling for this character. Because I have a feeling people are tired of watching me draw. Been drawing for a couple weeks. And I think it's time to give people what they really want from me. They don't want to see me draw. They do not care about that. This is a guy for a D&D campaign that I'm going to be in. The character for it. He's half human, half dragonborn. So he's not a human dragonborn. He's his mom was human, his dad was a dragonborn. Excuse me. Yeah, so he has a long sword, a short sword, and a crossbow. Mini crossbow. And yeah, that's him. Okay, I do think his arms could be a tad longer. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to give the arms a little bit more to them. So here is where I'm gonna start being a little bit forceful with the geometry because I need it to move a particular way. I need this geo to act a certain way in my presence. Okay, yes. All right. There we go. There we go. See, that is a much more favorable situation for me. I'm much more visually pleased with that. I'm making a fighting game where the character designs are made by AI. Very good. Honestly, I mean, I fucking hate AI, but if you don't know how to do certain things, and there's some stuff that'll, you click a button and do it for you, who am I to say not to use it? Go ahead, fulfill your dreams, bro. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Don't let your memes be memes. So yeah, we're just continuing to rotate around the model here, trying to get the shapes that we're looking for out of this. And we're trying to get these shapes now because it'll be easier on us if we can come up with them now rather than later. It'll definitely save us some hassle. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. All right. So your fighting game, like, what are the, like, are the characters' powers going to be determined by? Oh, I was not going to use them, but I fell in love with the designs, and I'm going to get them character sprites and stuff. But I'm just using the AI design for like the idea of what makes sense. No, yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up, man. Sprites. So you're using sprites? Are you using like Game Boy sprites, or are you using like more hand drawn type sprites? Or are you using scary monsters and nice sprites? Anyone get my no one got my reference? Okay, that's fine. No, we don't. That's anyway. Okay, for sure. Now we have to make the hand. I don't want to make the hand because the hand is really, really annoying. And I've made so many hands. Guys. And because of that, I actually want to see something real quick. Okay, we're gonna make a new one. D&D Character Sculpt 2. We're gonna save this, and then I'm going to open the other one. D&D Character Sculpt, where are you? Hands. What we're about to do is, I could have started with this, real shit, but I'm not going to. I am going to export these two things though. I'm going to export wavefront, low poly head and hands. Select it only, and D&D characters fine. Export. Then we'll open. Don't save. And then we can import maybe it's loading. Here we go. D&D character, head and hand. Let's see here. Boom, there we go. This is what we want. All right, for Shizzo. Got the head there. Got the hands here. Yeah, no, I know. I'm being lazy by not modeling the hands on stream. And you know what? You're right. I actually take full ownership of my laziness and will accept it wholeheartedly as a part of who I am. Could you send like some... Wait, I'm doing like a Guilty Gear with Skullgirls mix. I could send like some on Discord if you want to see them. Oh, hey, if you want to show me, sure. You know what? For sure, you send them over. Let's see it. That'll be cool. For sure. Faux shiggity, my dude. In fact, we'll just join these now. I'm gonna keep the flat shading. Yeah, it is. It is. Because I'm just... For some reason, I used to feel like doing that made me lazy. But honestly, having so many years of modeling literally the exact same hand over and over and over and over again, I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired. I've proven to myself that I can model a hand. I do not need to model a hand again. Unless I'm doing it for a tutorial, I probably won't be. And since this is a stream, I can get away with some shit. Right. Yeah, that's the conclusion I came to recently. Man, I don't know. I was being some type of stubborn. I don't know. Because I should have been on that. Just reusing the model, man. Because, jeez. Okay, here we go. So. Crikey, mate. Right. So we're going to have to figure out something for that region. Yeah, no, we definitely don't want to do that. Okay. So we have a spot here that is going to be interesting to work with geometry wise. Oop. There we go. It's a lot of point manipulation happening. Because it's really worth it if you get this shape right the first time. It's really, really worth it, I'm telling you. Because then in the future you don't have to worry about the shape. You can just you just make the character how it's supposed to be and keep it pushing. And also, we're not there yet. We're not there. We're almost there, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do when we get there. All right. It has to happen. I've tried to avoid it. I can't avoid it. I have to do this. Make a knife cut in here. It's a good thing this is not the final geometry. Otherwise, I would be very mad at myself for not figuring out a better solution to this problem. First of all, we need to extrude these up. Face. Face. And then, because this goes back over there, so we can't do that. Theoretically, we could do this. I mean, that looks god-awful geometry-wise, but we can then do this. So, I guess it still worked itself out. Now what we can also do is go into sculpt mode here, and we can use the sculpt brushes to help us get some different shapes. And sometimes using sculpt, going to sculpt mode on your mesh, even though you're like not in a sculpting phase, can help you manipulate your geometry a bit better, even if like I said, you're not necessarily ready to be in sculpt mode right now. You can still use it. Like I'm using the grab brush right now to. I'm using it as like a stand-in for proportional editing. I actually think the grab brush it might be better than proportional editing for proportional editing, if you know what I mean. So definitely take advantage of all the different tools. Don't think you have to stay in either object or edit mode if you're doing modeling. Alright, for sure. I'll take a look when I get a chance, man. Faux shiggity. Faux shiggity. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Down, 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 down. Alright, I'm gonna stop you. I'm sorry. Alright, very good, bro. Yeah, like I said, I'll take a look at it as soon as I get a chance to, man. Let's see, what time are we looking at? We're still moving relatively slow, but not that slow, because most of my time was spent, well, not most. Good 20 minutes was spent drawing beforehand. We will, yeah, we don't do that, so we'll add some right here, right here, right here, there we go. And that just gives us a little bit more in here to work with. So one thing to keep in mind with male characters versus female characters. Male characters, or at least, you know, fit male characters. It's not necessarily a all-around rule. If you're drawing appealing looking characters, males generally have a bit of a V taper to their back that gives them that masculine quality. You can still, there's still a little bit of the hourglass, but it's the hourglass for the male more comes in when it hits the leg, like the actual leg. Hourglass for a female comes in right, you know, right about here. That's where the hourglass shape for ladies usually is. This is a male. Okay, so these are decent proportions, I think. Go in here, mirror that, and then let's go in here and attach the head. Actually, do not. We're gonna keep the head separate until we actually combine it in that particular stage of the sculpt. We're gonna keep that separate the entire time until then. And I did that taper in the front because, again, there's more surface area for the traps coming from the back, and it kind of tapers down like that. So I'll probably add another loop in here. Don't want him to have like a super neck, you feel me? I don't want him to have a Goku and Vegeta neck. Them dudes' necks go all the way up into their head. And they're not even that thick. I don't know how their necks work like that, but Goku and Vegeta got some massive necks, okay? Their necks are not a game. Their neck game is actually strong as fuck, you feel me? Their neck game is strong. Ooh. There we go. Get back in the... what view am I in? Okay, there we go. Just wanna maybe scale that in a little bit. Maybe benefit from another loop. You gotta give that neck that bend. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to open a background image. And I'm going to place it back here. And then I'm going to put the pivot point at the 3D cursor, scale it up to about right there, about right here-ish. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn on opacity put it in the front, change this to 0.3. And on the model here, I just want to do another look at my proportions. Let's see, I think the image is a bit too tall. Okay. So let's look at his proportions, see where we need to make changes, if we need to make changes, and what those changes are in particular. So let's move this over so that we can get a better idea. Okay. First thing, I think his trunk is a bit wider in the reference image. And I think that could just be, I think that is just the armor. I think his legs are just a little, just that much thicker in the reference image than in the actual model. So we're gonna just thicken them out just a little bit. The arms look just about right. The shoulder comes to about right there. Strap, neck, and his chin is about right there as well. So it's top of his head. Okay, you know, that's crazy. From eyeballing it, we actually got the proportions pretty good. We got the proportions pretty nice from just eyeballing it. So good on us. So now that we have that, we don't need it, but we still need it over here to look at. Now we're going to shade this smooth, and I'm going to save this. And so generally, because we're putting a bunch of clothes and stuff on here, so we do still need a good foundation of the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this as low poly body, and I'm going to save that. Okay, and so now I'm going to, I'm not gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to scope mode, and I'm going to remesh this. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know what I'm doing. 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 Don't question me. I know what I'm doing. So I just in scope mode, I just hit Control 2, and that added a multi-res modifier 2 on here. And the only reason is because a remesh would destroy our fingers. We want to keep our fingers. Right now, again, we're about to just get like the real basic form of the muscles. We have decent proportions here, but at least on the torso and a little bit of the arms, we just want to add a little bit more accentuation for the muscles so that when we come in here and model the clothes on top, we have a much more accurate surface that they're going to be on top of. So let's do that real quick. Shouldn't take too long, I don't think. I'm hoping, I'm praying that I know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for a minute, but, you know. Who knows? Who knows if I know what I'm doing, really? Really, who knows at this point? Okay. Just want to get those shapes good, and then we want to come in here with these shapes as well. And we want to make sure that we're separating everything properly, because the lats? Yeah, these are the lats. The lats come from back there. And I think they just kind of form like a triangle all the way across. And then we got this muscle right here. But don't go too far down on that because the bulge is actually right here for that particular muscle. And right now it's not about the, seeing the individual muscle striations. It's really just about getting the form. I'm not really worried about how the muscles connect to each other necessarily. I am still thinking about that, but it's not like a major concern over the form right now. Right now, the concern is the form. I really just want to make sure that I get that part correct first. And then we get the glutes. And a majority of this underlying mesh right here won't even be visible. So that's why we're not concerned really at all with how the muscles are connecting and all that stuff. We're not worried about that at all because it's not that type of character. Like you'll never see this guy's muscles unless he were to like take his shirt off. I mean, you can do that. You're just, I would suggest making your character based off of whatever it's going to be doing and whatever production you're making. So if you're just making a sculpture, you probably don't need to do any type of rigging for it. You can just make your model and then pose it how you want to pose it. So it really just depends. So we want to get the love handles here, and the love handles, they sit on top of the hips of the male. They sit on top of them. I think ladies, their love handles are kind of like, they kind of go into the hips a little bit. I think that's the difference. And again, because their hips are shaped so differently, it shows up differently as well. We want to make sure that is over that. And so one thing that'll help, we need to make a little bit of a valley in here, just a little bit. But then, just a little bit like I said, and then we're going to come back in with this right here. Okay. Right, so we got that, and that's decent. That's decent. We really don't need much more than that for the torso. We really don't. And now for the arms, we're the arms are pretty decent. We don't need to do a whole hell of a lot. We really don't. What we are going to do is just going to go through and fix these proportions a little bit so that they better match the idea that I had in my brain. And as long as that's the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for contour. So as long as the contour of the body is what I'm looking for, I'm good. I'm good on this stage because again, his muscles aren't really going to be showing like that. But you do want to get a decent underlying form in here because that will inform how the clothes, again, it'll inform how the clothes lay on top of the character. to bring his chest down. Like so. Bring this in, bring this out, bring this in, and bring this up a little bit. What's good, Augustin Rivera? There we go. And yeah, we're definitely not doing a whole lot for the legs at all. Again, just real basic proportion changes because his leg muscles aren't going to be seen even a little bit. Not even a smidgen. So we're really not going to worry too much about that. Though we do need to worry a little bit. We do need to worry a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot of it, but just a little bit. Oh, I see. Fair enough. And, you know, your name don't sound weird. It's just I'm American, so I got all the American ignorance that comes with it. I should have taken more language classes. Is what I should have did. Probably be a lot better at pronouncing stuff. And the world is so interconnected. If you're not, then it's kind of on you. So I definitely need to be better about that in the future. Oh man, that leg looks so much better. I just want to move the knee up just a smidgen. Also want to get that. And guys, y'all see that curve I was talking about again, bro? Y'all see that? Y'all might not. Man, y'all, I don't know if y'all paying attention. I'm showing y'all some fire right now, okay? I'm trying to get y'all certified out here. Trying to get y'all to be like me out here. You feel me? There we go. That's nice. That looks good. I'm debating on whether or not we need more because part of me wants to do more. Part of me wants to do a fair bit more because I really enjoy sculpting anatomy. It's very fun for me. It's very fun. I enjoy that. Quite a bit. But because I like sculpting anatomy so much, it prevents me from moving further in the sculpt than I probably should be. So I'm stifling that. I appreciate the stream. It's been educational so far. Hey, sweet. I don't anything how to model. I'm just watching videos on Blender and Maya just because I'm interested in the thing. If you want to do more, just do it. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, dude. It's definitely one heck of a thing to get into. It's a lot. It is a lot. For a long time, I was watching this stuff without really doing it. I was just so amazed at how people could come up with this crap. I'd just be like, how, Sway? Like, how are you doing this? Please. Please. Tell me. Tell me. And after many years of trial and error, I finally figured out some crap that works for me. Finally. Okay, so here we go. So here is how you can look at your proportions and get them the way you want. Because I have a particular style, and so I'm not trying to make photorealistic anatomy right now. I'm really not. I am trying to be somewhat accurate to actual anatomy, but photorealism is not necessarily what I'm going for with this particular result. What is that? Hey, thanks for subscribing, bro. We got a new subscriber. Let's get ready to rumble. There we go. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. For sure. Oh, shiggity. Okay. I think I still want to drag this down just a little bit more. Probably even bring out the size of the arms overall, at least right there. Maybe bring this part out a little bit more to... Here we go. We need this button right here. This one. This is the one we need right here. This is the one we need right here. Yep. Sometimes I don't like to use this one because it's not as precise as the regular grab brush, but this one is really, really good for overall proportion changes. This one is really good. This is a really good brush. This is the Elastic Deform. Elastic Deform, remember that. This is a really great brush. But use it in moderation. Definitely stick with the... my suggestion would be to stick with the normal grab brush for as long as you can until you get to a point where the normal grab brush just ain't doing it for you. And then you can go grab this one and make more changes. There we go. Go down, and then we'll flatten this out. We'll come up. Come back down, come up like this. And, you know, a lot of this is just, you know, going around, figuring out what works, making some changes, removing things that don't work until you get to a shape that you like. It's a lot of trial and error, real stuff. It's honestly just a lot of trial and error. But there is, you will eventually get to a point where your eye kind of knows what looks nice to you, and then a lot of things start becoming like second nature almost. You will get to that point if you keep practicing. Like, the best practice tip that I can give is sculpt like the same thing or draw the same thing over and 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 over again. Because what that'll do is it'll build what's called a visual library. Once you've built a visual library, you no longer need reference for every single thing that you need to draw because you have your visual library. You already know what it looks like. You can just start sketching. For people that don't necessarily have a robust visual library, we need a lot of reference, and that's most people. Most people are not able to just come up with stuff off the top of their head. They need to be looking at something. Oh yeah, no, this character's name is also Yurei. Because you know, I'm so extra creative that I came up with that name like a second time. It was so good. My invention brain skills kicked in, and I invented the name again. Like, it was actually crazy, bro. Like, No, but his name is also Yurei. No, real shit. His name is also Yurei. No, this is me in D&D basically. That's essentially what he is. He's me in D&D. Or he's what I would like to think I would be in D&D. Or, you know, some sort of variation of this type of character. New subscriber! We can go in here, fix that up a little bit. And we can just bring this all the way home. Cut it off with that. We can go in and smooth that so it doesn't. And then we can use this. And we can actually just bring it all the way up because we don't. Then we can go down, smooth that. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time over here because again, you're not going to see it. I just want the form to be correct for when we inevitably do venture to this region of the body for modeling purposes, that everything is in tip-top shape. Chip-chop-chip. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, there's actually so this is me doing this character the one time for myself so that I know or I have an idea of the general steps I'm going to take because I'm going to make them again for a tutorial that'll be coming up on the channel soon. Yeah, I will be making a tutorial series on this very process. And I'm going to make it for beginners. So if you don't know Blender at all, this will be a tutorial where you can start it not knowing anything about Blender, and you will come out of the tutorial with this character. So the parts that'll be free on YouTube are going to be modeling and sculpting the character. On Patreon, I'm going to have texturing, rigging, and animation. I actually might put texturing for this particular character on YouTube because the textures actually bring the character to completion, and I think it would look nicer if there's some texture on there for the tutorial series, especially for the promotional material for said tutorial series. Yeah, this guy's looking good. He's looking very good. So here's what I need to do. I need to bring this part in. Change this to 0.6. I need to bring this in. I need to bring some of this down some. And then I can bring this out just a tiny bit because we definitely need that to come out. But that is how that goes. There's an area right there. Okay, and then we need to fix the volume. And then we need to fix it again. And he is a man. I'm not gonna give him, full junk. I just want to add a area of separation there. So we know what we're looking at. You mean like a graphics card? Because if you use any other program, a lack of a graphics card could be a hindrance there as well. So you want to be careful. Yeah, use whatever is better to work in for you, man. That there are some parts that are, like Blender has, Blender has sculpting that's not necessarily directly on par with ZBrush, but I mean it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's pretty freaking close. In fact, I'll show you proof. I'm going to save this real quick. I'm going to show you something I've been working on for work. This is nothing secret or anything, so I should be safe to show you guys this. Taking a break real quick so I can show you a recent class that I just finished. And I finished it following only with Blender, and I textured in Substance Painter. Can you guess who this guy is? Let me get it going in cycles. Yeah, so I followed. This is a ZBrush tutorial that I followed, all in Blender. I followed it exclusively in Blender. So yeah, I sculpted everything in Blender. I baked all the textures in Marmoset, and then actually textured everything in Substance Painter. And then I came in here and made my shaders and everything, and made the hair. Yeah, and this was a test to see how close to photorealism I could get. I'll rotate around the model for you so you can see. It looks so real because I was going for photorealism. Yeah. Was trying to get as much detail in here as I possibly could. Yeah. So yeah, so you can I pulled this up to say that you can totally follow a tutorial for one software and a completely separate software as long as those software are compatible. Yeah, comic book shaders work. You know what? I actually have something along those lines to show you guys. This is something else that I'm doing for work, but it's also not like a super secret because we've shown these guys off, so it's not. I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. Give me 1 second. I know where it is. Bam. Okay, let me activate the shaded mode on this. The textures are loading, guys. Give it a second. There we go. So these are a couple of characters that I made. And so you see one's arm is bigger than the other one. That's just so I could force the perspective for this particular pose. He is proportional. The arms are the same size. Like I said, I just scaled it up so that I could get this particular shot. But these are the character models. So let me go, and I'll show you one at a time. Let's see, can I hide you? Okay, yeah, so this is the big guy. I'm gonna Control C his pose. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is the big guy. Like I said, he is symmetrical. I just slapped a quick rig on him that I made myself. It's not anything like super robust or anything like that. There is supposed to be a rocket cannon in here, but I didn't have time on my initial creation of him to make it. So that's something I'm going to be doing probably on my free time because they're not a super big priority for us right now. But hopefully I can make them a priority. But that's my battle to fight. And yeah, I actually retextured him. He looked different initially. The textures were a bit too rough. There was too much going on with the normal maps. And I didn't quite understand the theory behind the textures. But now I do. And so I redid the textures to look like this so that they look better. So yeah, quick rig on them, nothing too fancy. It's a IK setup for the legs and the feet and everything, or the legs and the hands. I set something up so that the armor kind of rotates a little bit when he moves his leg. Yeah, good stuff. So let me put him back in his pose, and then I will unhide old girl so that I can show her off. Okay, so this is female character. Boom. Just so that people know that I can and have modeled female characters, feminine characters in the past. Yeah, she's like the counter to the big guy because she's small but quick. The big guy is big and slow. Gave her these neat little swords. She has glowing hair. No physics or anything like that because she's going to be rendered in Unreal Engine. You can turn a cube into a body with accurate anatomy and rigs, just making changes on a literal cube. Yeah. Well, you turn the cube into something that's not a cube, right? You start with the cube and then you make a bunch of extrusions, but I get what you're saying. So yeah, this is the stuffs that I be doing for work. Get at me. So yeah, we're gonna hop back into making this character. Let me see what sort of time I'm working with. GD, man, it's all good. I'm gonna go for another half hour because I spent the first half hour drawing. Which is good for y'all because we are now on the stage of adding the accessories. First thing though, we're gonna finish making some changes. I don't want the arms to be that thick. There we go. I don't want them to be that big. Especially since they're not that big in the side view, we need to make them bigger to compensate. Again, that's the thing about working in every angle. Don't forget to change your view so that you can make the changes accordingly, so that it doesn't look wonky. Because there's nothing crazier about a model that looks good from one angle and one angle only. There is nothing more disappointing than coming across something that looks visually appealing until it turns. Like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. What happened? What happened? Like, you can see where they did not put much attention to the detail and where they put the rest of the attention to the detail. You can see it. You do not want to be that guy. I'm telling you. I've been that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Listen to your brother. Listen to your friend. Me, the Magus. Because what I'm telling you is the truth, cuz. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Everybody start putting their time. It's 9:54 for me. Honestly, you wanna keep messing with the proportions until you get them just right. Honestly, because I'm telling y'all, get these proportions right, the rest of the model is gonna look. Bro, I'm telling you, if you get the basic proportions of your model right, and then you go in and add the details, brother, cousin, family. It's a great result. Okay, it's better than if you hadn't done that. All right, I'm trying to tell you. And we in the same time zone, Earth Pole. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna add just a little bit of an indication of neck muscle. I just want a little bit. Just want to give him a little bit of a neck, just a little bit. Just want to give him just a little bit, just a little bit. Just a smidgen, guys. Just a smidgen, guys. You know, just a tiny smidgen. You know, just a little bit of a neck there. Yeah, a little bit of a neck, a little bit of some neck action. Get a bit of that neck going. And then what we can do here is bring the trapeze. The trapezoids. The trapezius muscle. Just carve that hole into the flesh. And this does have a particular shape to it back here. That is that back muscle shape. That is the shape of that particular back muscle. That is what that looks like. Oh my God. Figure it out, Rachu. Figure it out. YouTube exists for a reason, okay? You can YouTube that shit so fast. There is no reason. Has your mom been tying your shoe your entire 24 years of life? Nah, you probably trolling. It's all good. How you doing? What do you wear, sandals? Do you wear sandals all times of the year? Come on, fam. Look, it's all love over here. But you definitely need to probably fix that particular issue you got. It's definitely an essential skill to tie your shoes, I would say. I'd say that's probably one of those life skills that you definitely need moving forward in the rest of said life. I think. I'm pretty sure. Fairly certain. Mostly positive. Nah, the reason I'm laughing is because the phrase loop-de-loop is hilarious. I'm sorry. If someone says loop-de-loop to me, I'm probably going to giggle a little bit. I'm sorry. Hey, look, we in the same age bracket, okay? It's not that bad, bro. I'm not laughing at you, okay? I do silly shit all the time. I do. My whole life is me doing that very thing. I can barely remember directions. I have a horrible time remembering directions. I remember landmarks, and I can barely remember that. Okay, I could have gone to the same location for years and never known exactly where it was until somebody pointed it out to me. Okay, so I feel you. Yeah, no, it's sometimes directions are a struggle, okay? Like what I'd like to do when I first get to a new city, I'll just straight up take a walk blind and do my best to make my way back, cuz that'll at least help me start to figure out where I'm at and where I can go and where I can't go, you feel me? Otherwise, I will be lost. And what's funny is my younger brother. I have a younger brother. That man can go one place one time. He can go one place one time and remember exact directions. When I say exact directions, like he could get you there better than Siri could, better than any Google map. I'm telling you. Y'all don't believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. Nah, it's all good. We just yucking it up. What's good with you, Rachu? What you been on? You been chilling like a mad villain? You been out here on your villainy? I've been out here on my villainy. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be out here mad villain it. You feel me? Yeah. It's what I like to hear. It's what I like to see. It's a bunch of mad villainy. All right. Yes. Let me look at this in a vacuum. I feel like the legs could be better. I feel like the legs could be better. I'm not necessarily looking at leg anatomy reference, even though it'd probably help. But I'm just Right now, I'm looking for what's appealing, not necessarily what's the most anatomically correct at the moment. Whatever is most appealing is what I'm trying to go for. But I do remember the general shape of what the legs are supposed to be. Drag this shape out here. Make sure you don't look at it secluded. Make sure you keep your eyes focused on the entire mesh, not just one part of it. Because your legs kind of... So there's a muscle that goes... It's kind of cut straight through the leg here, and you get this nice shape right here. And another thing is that these muscles are not front on, so this will also help. This will also help right here. Check this out. So what you want to do is just try to move these muscles in the inner part back a little bit. Try to move them in, and then move these out just a smidgen. And that'll help with the dynamism of your leg. Peace out, Riveros. It was fun hanging with you, man. Thank you so much for showing up. For showing up and showing out. Peace, Kurt. You don't want the knee to stick out too much because it's technically embedded in this muscle right here. Like this comes down on top of the knee, and the knee is in that little section there. Yeah, I mean, you just need to keep working it. You know, it's gonna come together. You just have to keep at it until it does. But it'll come together. It will definitely come together. See, it already look a bit better. I don't know. I know one person did. But honestly, it's whatever, you know. People got stuff to do. I understand. I got stuff to do too. It's what I'm doing right now. And then this kind of goes in and out like that. And that's where you get the ankles. close. They're not that displaced from each other. Again, we're just doing this so that we can get a good silhouette and decent anatomy to work with. Because again, it'll help everything come together when it's done, or when we start working on the clothes. This is basically a what is this? It's not a socket joint. I think it's just like a basic rotational joint in here. Yeah, our bodies are very well constructed machines. Incredibly so, in fact. There we go. That helps break up, and that's generally how the leg is formed. It's usually what's going on in there. I'm pretty sure, fairly certain. Get that. Start making some more structural changes. I need an artist for character sheets so I can model it. You could go on Google. They actually have a bunch of different character sheets. I've taken a few character sheets from Google and just made my own character from it. Like I followed the character sheet, but up to a certain point, and then I would basically make my own thing, after that. It was great practice. I think that's something worth doing. For shiggity. Now, if you made that comment in regards to if you want me to do it, I can send you some fees. That's something you would like me to look into. Send you some price options. Again, we just want to keep our anatomy somewhat straight. You want to make sure that the back area is the most responsible for. Ooh. This particular shape. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm going to put it out to you again, just in case you couldn't tell. Y'all see this S-curve here, right? Boom, 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 boom. See that? Make sure y'all are incorporating that into your sculpts. It'll help with the shape and everything and all the proportions and all that. It'll help. It'll help. All right. I think this should be good enough. I might want to move these knees up just a little bit. Okay, you know what? I think we're good. I think we're good. We're going to call it good here. Yeah. That's good. I'm going to save this. And now we're going to basically we're going to model everything on top of this. So we're going to start with so there's a vest, and then there's chest armor on top of that. There's some waist armor on top of that, and then this strap. So we're going to start with the vest. So let's go here, Shift A. Plane, rotate that 90 degrees, change it to medium point, face project, check all these, align it, scale it down, G, align it, there we go. Oh, he's back. What up? Okay, so I'm just going to extrude it out over here. And, oops, just rotate. What up, Jerry? Jerry! Oh, X-axis mirror, turn that on. There we go. And so we're using the retopology. We're not actually retopologizing it. We're just using this to make the vest. Because it's a form-fitting type of vest. But you can see it doesn't go like all, you know, he has a shirt on, a vest on top of that, and then armor on top of that. Okay. So we are going through here, and boom. That's a good point to cut it off at. Go here, go here. Go here, go here. There we go. I'm good, how are you? How's it going? How's life treating you? Oop. And we don't need to do anything intricate for this area. We wanted to get that shape up there because that's, as you can see in the art, that's the most prominent part. Well, that and this part too. So I guess we could try to focus a bit more on this shape right here. But again, we're just getting the shape, because we're gonna extrude this. And so yeah, this is the part where we're gonna start extruding down. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna start going down here. But you might have missed it, Jerry. I said I'm good, and then I asked how you were. I think that's good. I think that's good. We don't need to get too specific with that. We're just gonna extrude out, and we're gonna probably extrude out here too. Yeah. We're gonna make a loop though. There we go. What? I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's booty farts. It's booty farts and Dunkin' breath. They didn't tell you why they took it down? No reason, no warning, just took it down? That's some bullshit. I have been doing all type of swearing. I don't understand. YouTube is definitely real fickle about that shit. Some people deserve the boot, but I don't think most people do. I think most of the time YouTube be tripping. That's just me personally. It's just my personal opinion. Like, we can all agree EDP445 deserved the boot. That motherfucker had to go. He had to go. Take all of that motherfucker shit down. Yeah, he had to go for sure. And with that, man, like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hopefully they can get it taken care of for you in a somewhat of a timely manner. Although I know it probably sucks anyway to have your stuff down when you don't even know why. Like, if you're gonna shut me down, you can at least tell me why. At least tell me why. Psych, no. No, I feel that. Like, why would you just take my stuff down and not tell me why? Why would you do this? Why have you done this? I remember this. Why have you done this? Why have you done this? It's just so distraught, bro. There's just so much distraught energy in that question, man. And you know, a vest, I feel like the vest would probably just go over like this. Yeah, it'd probably do something like that. It might have some type of... Oh, I know. It definitely has a border. Definitely has that. Definitely has that. And then this is gonna loop around. And this there we go. Let's get that. We can probably get rid of a couple of those. And you don't swear? That's crazy. Now that's crazy.
I be swearing up a storm. That don't make sense. I'm like a literal sailor out here, bruh. Y'all might as well call me the SpongeBob pirate. Arg! Are ya ready, kids? I can't hear you! Yeah, if I may say so myself. That's some bullshit. Oh, man. YouTube, please don't take me down for having fun. I'm just being me, YouTube. I'm just living life. Okay? I love everybody over here. Booyah. There we go. And then ooh, I almost eyeballed it, I think. Yeah, almost. Shiitake mushrooms. That was a valiant eyeball attempt though. I almost had that shit. First try, I almost had that. And then we can always boom, baby. There we go. Probably smooth that out a little bit more. Okay, for sure. For shizzo. All right, we have a nice looking vest. All right, so now what we want to do, shade smooth. I'm gonna add a solidify modifier to this. And I'm also going to control 1, and I'm going to add a shrink wrap modifier to it as well. And I'm going to place this we're going to do projected, positive and negative, and I think I have to put it beneath the subdivision. There we go. There we go. And that will help it conform to the surface. Although, let's do this. Let's get rid of the subdivision modifier and give it a multi-resolution modifier instead. Put that above the shrink wrap. And then we can subdivide it. And then we can go to shape and click apply base. And so what that does is that makes the base mesh fit with the new sculpted mesh a bit better. And so we'll be good with this for now. We want to separate that. And now you want to x-axis mirror that, scale it on the x-axis to 0, bring them close together, bring them forward. At the y-axis, my guys. Okay, whatever. Right, let me... Okay, there's no clipping function here. Just make sure that they're properly separated. We'll address that later. Okay, never mind. Okay, right. Also, let's do this. It's all good, because what we're gonna do is we need to turn off the x-axis mirror anyway, so that you can move one part over the other. Let's turn off the magnet. Thinking maybe it's because is it the multi-resolution that's doing it? I wonder. Let me see. I wonder if it would be looking that weird with the subdivision. It doesn't. That's so interesting. Okay. Huh. That is so interesting. Okay. Well, all right. I don't want to apply this level of subdivision, though. But I do want to apply the shrink wrap. But you can't do that. So... I think what I can maybe do, though... Okay, so let's move this back. Just move everything back and then extrude and left click and scale everything up. Jesus! It still looks a little weird, but it doesn't look as weird as it did. And you know, I might be jumping the gun with this subdivision then. Holy crap. We can simply add some more geometry, and that'll help with that situation. There we go. So now I know what to do. Okay, and then I can apply the shrink wrap, because that's what I've been wanting to do, because I want to move this up and over like so. And then we can go back here, scale this down, turn the magnet back on, scale it down, then we can SX, Control R, actually no, that's going to be good for now. Then we can solidify this, and then let's start here at the bottom, and then Shift D, Z, to about there, and then Shift R. Look at how easy that was. I think they're a little too thick though. And that's fine. Ooh. Turn off the magnet here. Add some loops in here real quick. And so far so good. I can probably scale those in a little bit. And then shade smooth. Can actually sharpen these. And apply the solidify modifier, go through here, sharpen them again, unmark those, and I just want to add a bevel to this. And I want this to be based off of the weight. So there we go. Perhaps we can go to one level of subdivision. That changes things for this a little bit. fixing the shape up. And we're going to sculpt this with some more detail later. For now, again, we're just getting all the shapes together. And then just to show you how I think, another layer is for the chest armor. Turn on X-axis mirror. And you probably want to be big and boisterous with these shapes. I'm gonna go to viewport display, put this in the front so I can see what I'm looking at a bit better. Bring this up. Bring these up. And just going through making these shapes. Real simple shape. After this part, we're gonna cut it on the stream. Yeah, in fact, this is just the chest armor part. It has straps that go around these two parts here. Okay, it's looking good. Probably want to add some more geo in here. There we go. We can sharpen this. Mark. Mark. There we go. And then from here, we can add a solidify, but in this direction, and turn off the in front. That's looking good. I think that's looking pretty decent so far. The vest is mostly resembling what I had in my imagination. It might stick out a little too much. We'll come into the settings here, turn it down just a little bit. Bring this in just a smidgen on this side, maybe in front too. There we go. Now we do want to see, maybe I can get away with this. A little bit, I can, a little bit. We'll see. We'll do this. Alright, we'll put it back in front later. But I do want to, like from this angle, I like this. I want that shape. Just like that, yeah, I like that. And now, turn that off. All right. Then I can bring that forward. And there we go. So I think we'll call it there for today. That's some pretty decent progress. You know, we're still just We're still blocking everything out, but we're gonna go in once everything is blacked out. We're gonna go in and add more detail, and it's gonna come together. You'll see over the course of these streams. You're gonna see it slowly but surely come together. Trust me, it's gonna look real sweet when we're done. So all right, y'all. Thank you for joining tonight's stream. Do all the stream things, I guess, if you feel so inclined. Do all the YouTube things that people ask you to do. And yeah, y'all have you. Do you sometimes feel like not sculpting or modeling? IDK, lately I'm just facing a lot of friction even starting. You know what? I'm gonna just be real with you. A lot of times I don't feel like doing anything at all. Okay? I absolutely feel like that all the time. All the time. I sometimes don't feel like doing anything but chilling. And the thing that gets me up and moving is, and this only works for me personally. It doesn't work for everybody. So, but the thing that works for me is reminding myself that I need to not be lazy. Like, the way I think of it is, being lazy, you're not going to get anywhere that you want to be in life. Like, you're just not. You have to get up and move. And so, if I want to make progress with anything, I'm gonna have to make it myself. Like, no one's gonna do this for me. Any project I want to come up with, anything I want to do, no one's gonna sit there and do it for me. I'm gonna have to do it myself. So that's what helps motivate me to get up and get things done. Hopefully that maybe can do something for you. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a motivational speaker, but that's something that helps me out. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining. And if there's not anything else, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night.